What really happens when the curtain falls? Behind closed doors and beneath gilded facades, everyone has a story, a hidden truth, a sudden turning point, or a life-changing choice. Welcome to Folklife Chronicles. We bring you compelling real-life events and personal journeys that show the raw, unfiltered side of human experience. From unbelievable twists to unforgettable life lessons, these are the stories that stay with you. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and welcome to the story. The Hidden Inheritance. On paper, the Miller family had built an unassailable life. Their suburban home sat behind a perfectly manicured lawn, their family-run enterprise flourished, and their standing in the community remained beyond reproach. To anyone looking in from the outside, they represented stability, success, and seamless harmony. But behind closed doors and beneath that gilded facade lay a secret held in complete silence for over 30 years. The collapse of that carefully constructed narrative began on a quiet Tuesday in late autumn. Following the passing of the family matriarch, Clara, her two adult children, Marcus and Sarah, returned to the estate to sort through decades of accumulated belongings. The house was quiet, filled only with the faint scent of old paper and polished mahogany. While clearing out the top floor of the old Victorian home, Marcus pulled down a folding ladder leading to the attic, a place neither sibling had explored since childhood. Tucked beneath an eave, hidden behind stackable storage crates, sat a dark oak chest bound in tarnished brass. Unlike everything else in the room, it was locked. When Sarah located the small key inside her mother's vintage jewelry box down in the bedroom, they opened the chest expecting old family heirlooms, land deeds, or forgotten photographs. Instead, they uncovered a thick stack of ribbon-bound letters dated between 1988 and 1994, alongside a notarized second will that had never been filed. As Sarah read through the faded blue ink, the truth came into sharp focus. Decades earlier, before the family business took off, their father had partnered with a local craftsman named Arthur Vance. When the enterprise hit severe financial strain in the early 90s, their father made a calculated choice. He quietly restructured the company ownership, effectively pushing Arthur out without his earned share of equity, using Arthur's capital to save the business while leaving Arthur bankrupt. Arthur had died years later in obscurity, but the letters revealed that Clara had known the truth all along. Guilt-ridden, she had spent 30 years secretly transferring personal funds to Arthur's surviving daughter, Elena, a woman Marcus and Sarah had known only as an occasional distant recipient of their mother's charitable donations. The final document in the chest was an unrecorded codicil written by Clara shortly before her health declined. It explicitly requested that a substantial portion of the remaining family estate be transferred to Elena to settle the historical debt. Standing in the dim light of the attic, Marcus and Sarah faced an immediate divide. Marcus, focused on protecting the family's public standing and preserving the estate for the next generation, argued that revealing the documents would destroy their family's reputation and trigger legal chaos. To him, the past was settled, and their mother's private guilt did not obligate them to upend their lives. Sarah, however, saw it differently. The realization that their comfortable lives had been funded by someone else's ruin transformed the estate from a blessing into a weight. For her, keeping the secret meant actively continuing the deception. The debate simmered for weeks, testing the bond between the siblings. Ultimately, it was Sarah who insisted on confronting the truth head-on. She arranged a meeting with Elena in a quiet diner on the edge of town, bringing the chest and its contents with her. When Elena read the letters, there were no grand outbursts or angry demands. Instead, there was a quiet, long-overdue acknowledgement of her father's struggle, a validation that he had been telling the truth all along when he claimed he had been wronged. Together, Marcus, Sarah, and Elena reached a private settlement. A significant portion of the estate was quietly transferred to Elena, funding an educational foundation in her father's name. The public never learned the details of the quiet transaction, but inside the family, the air had finally cleared. The gold plating on the family legacy was gone, replaced by something far more substantial, an honest accounting of the past, and the understanding that real peace only begins when hidden truths are finally brought to light.
Thank you for spending your time with Folklife Chronicles. What would you have done if you were in their shoes? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this chapter, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and check out the next story on screen right now. See you in the next chronicle.